Time to wake up. This is what you need. Entertaining and educating. It's Kenny Klein TV. Yeah, First Amendment. Gotta respect it. Come tune in to see how we keep an eye on police and government agencies. Yeah, all this misinformation, that's a problem we gotta solve. Give credit and praising those who do an amazing job. Tune in, please don't delay. Entertaining while we educate. This is what you need. Hey, Kenny Klein TV. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Hope everyone is having a great day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. And if you have yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do that. Alright, so today we are showing part 1 of 2 videos we are going to be taking a look at. Now, this auditor has something happen to him during an audit. And you come to find out it is questionable, but the way he's going about trying to relay this to the police and then eventually the sergeant, as you'll see in the second video, it opens more questions as to credibility on the auditor side. He remains pretty, he's pretty nice and cordial about things. I don't want to give away too much. Let's just get right into it, eh?
What's going on? That way I can inform him.
Are you familiar with Officer Heater?
Mm-hmm. I am.
What kind of officer is he?
A good one. He does his job quite well.
And you can say that with honesty?
Yes, absolutely. I've known him for
This
quite
dude
a
is a
long time.
tyrant, man.
Do what?
He's a tyrant.
Why do you say that?
He's a tyrant. I know you probably done seen my videos, bro. He's a tyrant.
Why do you say that?
This dude retaliated on me. He retaliated on me for recording. Are you familiar with the First Amendment?
Yes.
This dude retaliated on me for recording his stop.
Okay. How so?
He followed me for a mile after the stop, and then I pulled into the gas station. He didn't follow me into the gas station, but he goes across the street from the gas station,
okay,
and turns around and parks and parks facing me, and just stands there and waits for me to leave the gas station. Is that something that y'all trained to do?
Maybe he was there for something else.
Well, he stayed there for 30 whole minutes. Is that something like, how long is y'all breaks?
We don't have breaks, sir.
So he can just stand there on private property for 30 whole minutes?
Yes!
Without
They
doing
ask him
nothing?
to leave, or we have a call we have to attend.
And then after the 30 minutes, he comes over back to the gas station where I was parked at, and then he comes behind me and run my plate. Is that something that y'all trained to do? Is that not a form of retaliation? It's not?
Because I know there's a program that I utilize a lot. Anytime I go through parking stalls where there are a lot of vehicles, it's a system check that we utilize that'll help us show if any of the vehicles returned stolen or anything like that. I know personally I use that quite often.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with checking license plates.
Okay.
Is
That's not in the form of intimidation?
Nope.
That's not being professional to do things like that. You don't think nothing is wrong with that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Now it would be different if you were trying to get a drink and he was following you throughout the store to see if you did something. I would have an issue with that.
So y'all could just go run random cars plates for no reason?
Oh, I do it all the time.
Why?
Why not?
Why would you do that? If they haven't committed any crimes, why are you running their plates?
Because what if something's wrong with it? I know me and my colleague the other day.
What do you
we
mean
had
something's
one,
wrong with it?
We had one that everything looked normal on the vehicle. We ran the temporary tag that was on it, and it doesn't return to the vehicle it's attached to. And if we hadn't run that tag, it wouldn't.
I'm saying, but what's the reason for you to be running random plates though?
To see if we can find something wrong with the vehicle.
So you're searching. You're looking for a crime. You're looking for.
That is our job.
You're looking for crimes, even though there's none being committed.
Just because you don't perceive there to be a crime being committed doesn't mean there isn't.
Okay.
That's just like, let's say we go out, me and you go somewhere, and then there's a couple arguing, right?
Okay.
We see it as nothing's wrong. What if we pay a little closer to their conversation and he's threatening her in some manner? We wouldn't have known if we hadn't have paid closer attention. It's the same way with checking license plates. If we don't pay closer attention to our surroundings, who's to say we're not going to catch that offense that's occurring?
I think that's just like a violation of privacy when you do stuff like that, though.
But
Somebody call the ambulance.
You don't think so?
why do you think that's
And you
a
just
violation?
running random people's information and bringing them up on.
Do you know that these tow truck companies that we have right now have a system, which is the same system that I utilize to check license plates on vehicles? Their system actually shows them whether the car has a repossession or not. But when they run it, it tells us if it's stolen. And they're checking, 300 or 400 cars a day.
And does it tell them their personal information on the vehicle as well?
It tells them registered owner, things like that.
Yeah, that's not cool. You don't think that's an infringement
something we do.
on the Fourth
Whenever we
Amendment?
register vehicles, that's just part of it.
Yeah, but obviously you have a system where you're charged to be able to do that type of stuff, but only in the course of your duties, as far as,
But it's the same with them. They have a course of duties as well.
Yeah, they have.
Theirs, it doesn't give them all the personal information. But if something's wrong with that vehicle, it tells them.
Okay.
And it's the same thing like with us checking license plates. If we don't check license plates, let's say we drove around all day long and never checked a single license plate. Well, how many of those vehicles we passed actually have something wrong? Whether it's expired registration,
So let me ask you this.
insurance.
So say you run the plate and it has it's something wrong with say the registration is expired, does that give you probable cause to pull them over?
It is. It's an offense.
Well, duh.
Right.
Okay, we'll do hypothetical.
And then you go into the gas station and ask the tenant, "Hey, I don't want this guy here. Would you mind to?"
That would be overstepping my bounds greatly.
That would be overstepping my bounds greatly.
Absolutely.
And that I wouldn't do. Now, if, let's say, staff calls me and it's like, hey, this guy's been sitting in the parking lot for an hour now, can you make him leave?
Is that something that's against your policy to do, or is it?
As far as going in and saying, hey, well, this person's...
Can
not
you
supposed to be
tell
there,
this person to
can you
leave? I don't want him here. Can you tell him to leave?
Technically, that's a violation of law.
I would agree with
our
that.
bounds into a whole different deal.
Right.
Because now I'm using my authority to enact it upon someone else.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
That's different.
Now, see, that in itself is the reason why I'm here.
Okay.
Because Officer Heater, or Tyrant Heater, as I like to call him, he did exactly that.
So
and
he went into the gas station and told them that they needed to make you leave?
That's exactly what he did, and I got it on camera. Don't you think that's a little...
Did he ask if they wanted you on the property, or did he ask...
He went in there, I don't know exactly what he told him, but...
Okay.
Regardless, he went inside he was outside the gas station. He went into the gas station, said something to the clerk, and then she asked me to leave.
Well, without me seeing it or hearing it, I'm personally not going to comment on that.
And that's why I
don't
need to
know if
speak
that
with the
was
highest
what
ranking
happened.
official.
Okay. I will give him notification for you, okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you for your professionalism. And
All right, so there you go. Again, I thought they ended up having a pretty good conversation. The auditor, of course, didn't get too carried away. He was cordial. He came through with he knew what he wanted to do, and he ends up getting mostly what he does, and he ends up trying to ask the officer some questions, it seemed like he was trying to trip him up a little bit, but he ends up getting tripped up himself. I find it really, really, really odd that he didn't know that, the insurance thing wasn't, probable cause to pull someone over when you need insurance to drive. I mean, that just it's kind of mind-boggling to me, And another thing that really kind of just made me think was when he was talking about how, when they do the license plates, they shouldn't be able to do that, blah, 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 things like that. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Auditors, cop watchers, they do the exact same thing, and they say, you're in public. You have, what do they say? You have no expectation of privacy in public. Does he think it only works one way? I mean, it was weird. Maybe after he said it and everything, maybe he came to, you know what, they were right. That was kind of stupid of me to say. But things like that made me kind of question this guy's story. But I mean, just one thing clear. It did look rather suspect with the officer, and we all know they're not supposed to go in, solicit a trespass. And it does look like if you watch the video, and we'll take a look at the video, it does look like he is soliciting a trespass. So we'll take a look in the video in part 2. But just in the fact that he went back and said, well, I don't know exactly what he said, but you just said that's exactly what happened. I have video proof. But then you go back, it's like a good lawyer would tear that apart real quick, right? I mean, easy. So just to me, it raised more questions. And hopefully in part 2, where he talks to the sergeant, he's going to show the sergeant some video, and we'll see how he does. But other than that, I thought, he was cordial. He should have been a lot more clear and concise in his arguments and his points, because the officer did a great job. He completely gave him facts, backed it up, and even gave him examples. I thought he did a fantastic job. What do you guys think? Do you think the officer did a great job? What about the cop watcher / auditor? What did you think about him and Styles? Some of the things he said, let me know in the comment section. Also, do you think the conversation with the sergeant is going to be better or worse? Let me know in the comment section. Alright guys, so hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again with part 2. Peace.
We've only just begun.